thoughtful moment indeed. The national anthem and a crowd anxiously awaiting the tip-off. Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. First, for Houston, adding the backcourt, Jeremy Lin along with James Harden. And at center, the most dominant physical presence in the NBA, the elite defensive big man, Dwight Howard. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Ashik in at the 4 spot. And looking at the Knicks, Felton is out there with Iman Shumpert. And in the middle, the 2012 Defensive Player of the Year, 7'1", rebounder, shot blocker, and leader, Tyson Chandler. Then it's Anthony. And it's Bargnani in at the power forward.
You know, after losing Jeremy Lin going into last season, guys, I think some fans were concerned that the team might slip back to isolation basketball and their offense would stagnate, but instead they flourished as a three-point shooting team.
And back to the Knicks personnel moves, you got to give them a lot of credit going out and finding shooters and defenders and Steve playmakers to surround their star players with.
Yeah, they ended up with Bargnani, putting him at the kind of the shooting 4 spot, adding another three-point threat. The Knicks are always going to be aggressive personnel-wise. This was already a good team, second best record in the East, but you know they're looking to get better.
Here's Lin. He feeds it to Harden. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Harden's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And Shumpert kicks to Anthony. It's good from long range.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little improvement to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
You know, one of the big things that Iman Shumpert brings to the team is his pressure defensively on the perimeter. When you have a guard like him who can go out and bother ball handlers, it can really take an opponent out of its offense.
Here's Felton. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. And again, Carmelo Anthony for 3. Anthony's got 6.
They are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
Harden outside. There's the feed to Howard. Banked in off the glass. And Shumpert had that ACL tear in the 2012 playoffs, but after missing the first month and a half, Clark, I thought he bounced back pretty well.
I'd say he did. I mean, there was some concern. His game is really predicated on his athleticism at this point, but he looked pretty good. Not a great outside shooter, but he cut his turnovers down and showed he could still elevate for some spectacular finishes and was not bad shooting the ball from the three-point line.
For Houston, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. They grabbed their own miss. Harden, no good with the layup.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Three-pointer, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Chandler. And that's on 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
What's interesting for me to watch with Mike Woodson as head coach in New York is the exciting floor spacing offense they started playing last season. In Atlanta, he'd been known for a grinded out isolation play style, but has actually tweaked his approach a little bit, and that's been impressive. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Kevin McHale.
I talked to him about plans he had coming into this game, and the one thing he told me was that he wanted to make sure it didn't come down to a wire, saying with guys like Melo and Amari, I don't want the ball in their hands with a chance to win it at the end. We need to get out ahead early and never let them back in it. We'll see if they're able to avoid a close finish, guys.
All right, Doris. And Shumpert kicks to Felton. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Gotta like the way he took it strong there, attacking the rack.
And the defense fouling him there to prevent the dunk.
And back to Mike Woodson, not a flashier, high-maintenance type of personality. He keeps it on the level, and I think, Steve, the players appreciate that.
Players definitely like that. He's very quiet on the sidelines, but not afraid to get in your face when necessary. And I think that's a really good temperament for a coach to have. In general, I think he's a guy who is very well respected around the league and did an excellent job with New York a season ago.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Shumpert dishes to Carmelo. Here's Bargnani. No luck, and Houston the other way now. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Parsons running. Over Anthony. Parsons passes to Howard, and he goes in for the dunk.
Whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
He just lives above the rim. Dunks like that have become routine for him.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
The Knicks making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. Now, here is Smith. Back to Stoudemire. On the wing, Shumpert. And he banks in the layers.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Well, it certainly had the makings of a great story. Harden versus his old team, the Rockets coming back with a big Game 5 win. If they could get Game 6, they'd be able to force that final 7th game and maybe pull off the upset, but it wasn't meant to be.
Smith checked in for Houston. Montejunas comes in for Omer Ashe. Harden covered by Smith. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Well, going back to the Rockets in the postseason, a lot of people had them picked to get steamrolled. But, Steve, they put up a solid fight and really turned some heads with how they played.
Well, the easy answer was because of the Westbrook injury. That's how Houston was able to really take Oklahoma City deep into that series. But I think there's more to it than that. The Rockets have tremendous offensive firepower. I think they're gaining momentum as a franchise. And heading into this year, I think they're one of the scariest teams in the conference.
Smith, guarded by Stoudemire. He dishes it to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Anthony right side. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Stoudemire. The shot is off. Smith with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 7. And Garcia kicks to Harden. Houston moving it around. Here's Beverly.
And defensively, he forces a ton of turnovers. He's great at anticipating where the ball is, where it's going, and what his man's going to do with it.
And you know what? He is also relentless on the boards. He works as hard on his rebounding as anybody you're going to see. You know, if you're in a fight to get into the playoffs out west like the Rockets were last season, you have to make sure you get every win you can when you play against the Eastern Conference. Their success against the Eastern Conference was a big part of how they squeezed that 8th seed.
And he's showing some kind of killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Into Smith. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Anthony dishes to World Peace. Smith. There's the killer two-hand slam.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's working, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Rockets trail by 11. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Dishes it to Montejunas. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
And here are the Knicks. They're on a 19-7 run. And here's Anthony from the arc. Anthony missing again. Stolen by World Peace. Stoudemire with the bucket.
Drop back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Kicks to Smith. Smith left side. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And as the... Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for New York?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, for the Houston Rockets, a remarkable rebuild process since 2009. They remained around a 500 team, trading for draft picks and young prospects, preserving cap space, and acquiring the elite talents of James Harden and Dwight Howard. They've become, once again, a contender in the West. Kevin, this is a young team poised to make some real noise.
The story of the offseason, no question. Thank you, Doris. The Rockets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And you look at the numbers from a year ago, guys, this is a club that hit about 75% of its free throws.
Bargnani is checked in for New York.
Well, guys, with the Knicks playing a space-the-floor, pick-and-roll offensive scheme, I mean, Tyson Chandler is a hand-in-glove fit as the high-flying finisher inside, keeping defenses honest, and then cleaning up the mess on the weak side board if shots are missed.
Rockets trail by 14. Here's Beverly. Back to Smith. Rejected by Bargnani. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Houston. Ashik comes in for Monty Eunice. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The open shot, Lynn, kept alive by Houston, and Ashik kicks to Howard. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And you hear the crowd kind of murmuring. I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Felton the pass to Shelton. Feeds to Chandler. And there's the call on Chandler. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, despite that possession, something I'd like is that they've really been in control while getting out to this lead. They've kept the turnovers down.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Lynn kicks to Garcia. That one goes. Counts. Garcia's got his first points of the game.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he's still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. So it's the Knicks now. They've led by as many as 14 points.
You know, last season, guys, the Knicks put up a bushel basket full of threes, and with the shooters they had, you could see why they shot as many threes as they did. They had excellent shooters from behind the arc, and it also served Carmelo Anthony well because it opened the floor for him.
Now, Parsons was really a surprise coming out of Florida. Had a big impact his rookie season with Houston. Very reliable in a lot of areas. Can handle the ball, can knock down a long-range shot, and a better defender than you think as well.
That is what makes Parsons such an easy guy to send down to the floor. You know exactly what he's going to give you on offense, and is very consistent. And another three for Houston. Well, Clark, as you said about the Knicks last season, the offensive game plan was take some threes, take more threes, and then some more threes after that. Steve, I know you like that. They led the entire league in threes taken. In fact, they set the all-time record for threes made in a season.
Well, they were unbelievably proficient from long range. I mean, they had games where they'd take 40-plus threes, almost unheard of. But it's the way they played. And when you can surround Carmelo Anthony with shooters like that, it makes it tough to guard.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And another thing they've been doing right is converting a lot of second-chance opportunities. I love the hustle and the effort.
Outside, Lynn with the lead pass, gets it to go. And now just a three-point Knicks lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up. That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 14-6 run. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Howard.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And for Dwight Howard last season, no doubt injuries held him back. But I've got to give him credit. He still led the league in rebounding with over 12 a game. Remarkable.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hey guys, the last few summers, Carmelo Anthony has incorporated boxing training into his off-season regimen. He said being a boxing fan since he was a kid, he was always intrigued by the elite conditioning level boxers have to attain. He added that the hand-eye coordination and physicality helped both his shooting and his ability to play at the power forward spot. Kevin?
Yeah, with this hard-charging style of play, makes sense. Thanks, Doris. And for Howard, averages of 17 and 12. Not bad at the center position.
Yeah, but we're used to seeing him get 23 and 14. So, you know, Dwight has worked hard to try to get back to 100%. When he's right, he is the best center in the NBA, but when he's right is the key phrase there.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Bargnani. Lynn with it. Now Felton defending. And Garcia kicks to Howard. Back to Garcia. Pass to Howard. And that one's good. Howard's got 18 points in the game.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks. Well, the Rockets front office, very influenced by advanced stats or sabermetrics, if you will. They revealed one thing that they think the league undervalues, and that's attack guards, ones who put pressure on the defense off the dribble. That's one more reason they pursued the slasher Jeremy Lin so strongly.
James Harden, he's checked in for Houston.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Hit his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Francisco Garcia, he's checked in for Omer Ashe. 23 seconds left in the first half. Howard dishes to Harden. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Harden's got 7 points.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. Temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And he makes good on the layup. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
And a tight game here as we end the first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And standing tall over New York Harbor, the Statue of Liberty, as we welcome you back.
You know, for a long time, the Knicks were viewed as a young team on the rise, but when they added Rasheed Wallace last year, the average age went to 32, which was the oldest team in the league last season. And you saw it in their play. They were a group of veterans out there.
That's good.
Well, sometimes, guys, you can forget he's out there, and all of a sudden, bang, he'll string together 3 or 4 shots in a row and just take over the game.
And another one of his really special talents is coming up with steals at the moment a ball handler picks up his dribble and is getting into a shooting motion. He's got excellent timing in that regard.
And for the Knicks, the veteran leadership helped them at times as they had to go through some very tough stretches, Steve, due to injury.
Yeah, they did go through some stretches, but they really did well to secure the division title and get that high seed going into the playoffs. They had a pretty decent run, all in all. But this is a team that has higher aspirations than just getting to the conference semis.
Felton the pass to Shumpert. The dish to Bargnani. New York moving the ball around, and Shumpert kicks to Chandler. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. And the Knicks lead by 3.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And it's Lynn with the rebound.
Now, it would have been fun to see him pull it off, but, you know, you really need the points here. Just put it in the basket.
Harden dishes to Lynn, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. Little over and they're gone here in the second half. Felton kicks to Anthony. On the wing, Shumpert. There's the pass to Chandler. Tries in the post. And that's 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead. Now a timeout called by Houston. And so here is Houston. Harden kicks to Lynn. The 3. Offensive rebound. Passes to Asher. And another shot. He dinks the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Well, I tell you, that's outstanding determination to track that rebound down and fight his way to the bucket for the throwdown.
Clark, that is the effort they're going to need for the rest of this game.
And not just on the offensive glass, Kevin, but all over the floor.
Well, you know, guys, the Houston fans could be forgiven for not having heard of Umir Asik when the Rockets signed him as their starting center a season ago. He was a second-round pick out of Turkey in '08, a backup in Chicago, but he's quickly shown himself to be a key piece of this promising young core.
And here's Parsons following the three-pointer by Carmelo Anthony. Howard.
Tremendous output from Howard. He has 18 points and a steal. You talk about being on? He's been it. Not even one missed shot so far.
Yeah, this is superhuman stuff we're seeing right now.
And both free throws good for Howard. New York leading by 4. Felton kicks to Bargnani. Now Chandler inside. Pass to Felton. He kicks it to Bargnani. Back to Felton. He passes to Chandler. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. And stolen by Parsons. Lynn against Felton. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Raymond Felton. And you have to give the Rockets credit for going after Asik, a player who never averaged more than 15 minutes a game with Chicago, a restricted free agent with the Bulls, and became a very important part for the Rockets.
Well, they clearly saw something special with Asik. He's a great rebounder and defender, uses his body, understands angles, and plays that verticality really well as a defensive center.
Tyson Chandler, first-time All-Star last season. His 12th season in the league. This is a guy that came right out of high school. It was a long time coming for him, but certainly that All-Star berth well-deserved.
The Rockets making a switch here. And for Tyson Chandler, it's been a long road over the last few seasons. Steve, he's playing undoubtedly the best basketball of his career.
Yeah, a key contributor on Team USA, an NBA champion with the Mavericks in 2011, and now an NBA All-Star. It's the defense, it's the understanding of his teammates and the game plan. Just a very, very smart player and a hard worker as well.
And here's Anthony from the arc. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. Udrich has got his 4th assist in this one. Back to Smith. It's stolen by Anthony. And here's the fast break.
Ridiculous move. Tore it down that time. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Guys, I thought a lot of the reason for the Rockets' success was how loose they played. They played with a lot of confidence. Kevin McHale gave those guys tremendous offensive freedom, but part of the flip side of that was they were a bit turnover prone.
And the Rockets making a change here. Ben's checked in. Shot's good from Bargnani.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
They need this. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. As you said, the Rockets, Clark, were a little bit of a freewheeling team last season. Created a lot of chances, but Steve, turnovers did come back to hurt them at times.
Yeah, actually led the league in total turnovers, Kevin. But sometimes that's the price you pay when you play so up-tempo. And I think for the Rockets, that's something they can improve on as they continue to grow and gel together.
Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Houston. 1:53 left to play in the third. Rockets trail by 7. Parsons on the wing. He feeds it to Beverly. Houston moving it around. Smith inside. He's covered by Felton. And that one's good.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Anthony, the pass to Felton. Looking for Shumpert. He gets it there. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Ashik's checked in. 1:16 left here in the third quarter. Felton against Land. Parsons for 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Boy, you watch the way Parsons move, and you see how quickly he's able to shift and change direction. And you forget that Chandler Parsons is 6'10", because he moves like a much smaller guy. He's a terrific all-around player.
And back to Parsons. Clark, he talked about his mobility, a good defender too, and for a young player that's rare. So you look at his size, ability to move his feet, and the upside certainly is there. Then you put him with a guy like Kevin McHale as his coach, and there's a way to tell. He's got a good situation.
He does. He's got a bright future, and I'm most impressed with his defense. You talk about a lot of his skills, but Houston will frequently put him on the opponent's best wing offensive player.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. Now the feed to Udrih. Stolen by Harden. And now it's Lynn running. He can go all the way. The big dunk at the end of the break. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this.
Felton dishes to Chandler. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got his 4th assist in this one. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And New York making a change here. Here's Ashik, guarded by Stoudemire. Now Harden. Lays it up and banks it in. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
And we reach the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Shumpert. And there's a whistle that goes on him on Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game. Smith checked in for Omer Ashik. Here's Beverly. He's covered by Felton. And that one's good. Beverly.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Now, here is Smith after the miss from Beverly. And the shot is good. 34 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He's a natural scorer. It's that simple. Supreme confidence offensively, can beat you from the three-point line. He can get you going to the hole, offensive putbacks. Beautiful mid-range game as well.
And he's not a standstill shooter only. I mean, he's a terrific ball handler. He's able to create space, has deceptive strength. And you talk about degree of difficulty shots, he can make those in spades. I mean, he can stop on the dime and knock it down. And he's got the full arsenal offensively.
It's trailed by 6. Back to Howard. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Howard's got 22.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Woodson had some advice for the team over that last break. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Here's Beverly after Amari Stoudemire's bucket. Harden's shot is good.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointed.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeks.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Here's Felton following the basket by Dwight Howard. Chandler kicks to Felton. Doubled by Howard. Felton the pass to Carmelo. Rocket 6. Chandler is guarded by Howard. Chandler, no good.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Beverly dishes to Harden, who's looking for Howard and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Here's Felton, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Stolen by Harden. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Beverly, rejected by Felton. Anthony down low, defended by Parsons. Anthony's shot is off.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
Smith, the pass to Stoudemire. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Houston. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for New York.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
Now, here is Harden. Howard drives in, makes the lead pass. Parsons' shot is off.
And they forced the miss with good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Stoudemire kicks to Anthony. Nailed from three-point land. Anthony's got 40 points.
He's needed very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come. But
Bargnani is checked in for Stoudemire. Parsons with it, now guarded by Shumpert. Howard dishes to Harden. Ashik, the pass to Lynn. Kicks it to Howard. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. And that's now 30 points for Dwight Howard.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Rockets trail by 5. Not loose. Here's Felton. Finished off the break.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be Andrea Bargnani. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 1:03 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Howard. Here's Hushit. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. Here's Anthony. And again, it's New York.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Nails it. And now they trail by just 4.
And I like that move to the hoop. You use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
It's Harden with the drive. Sheik. Anthony with the block. And he commits the intentional foul. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
Yeah, they've got to focus, make sure this is a good, solid possession. They can take control of this game.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Not much time to work with. They need a basket here.
Yep, they've got to get a steal or foul to stop the clock.
That's the first. That shrinks the margin to just 4. Both shots good from the stripe.
That was essential that he cashed in on those free throws. They're within 1 possession.
New York with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points, and so they choose to intentionally foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And there's the call on Shannon. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line. And both free throws good for Howard. The Knicks shooting a scorching 68% in the game.
Crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 4. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. Up top, Lynn. He's covered by Felton. Offensive rebound. Howard. Good!
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
Boy, a 3 here would be huge.
Yeah, a chance to tie it up and make it even with the game on the line.
So post game sees New York take this one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time.